Did you know? One sentence spoken in anger could alter the entire course of your life. And just the same, one radiant affirmation could lift you from darkness into a destiny more brilliant than you've ever imagined. You are living in a world where everyone is rushing to act, to fix, to chase, yet they've forgotten the most powerful, accessible force of all. It's right here, in your mouth. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, "By your words you are justified, and by your words you are condemned." The words you speak are not just sounds. They are instructions sent to the universe, seeds planted into the soul, soon to bloom into reality. And maybe you've simply forgotten that. How many limiting spells have you cast without knowing I'm not good enough? Nothing ever works out for me. It's just the way I am. I can't change. These aren't just passing thoughts, they are bricks. And together, they build the life you're standing in today. And then we wonder, why do blessings feel delayed? Why do we stay stuck in lack setbacks or repeated heartbreak? The answer isn't out there. It's in the very words we speak, again and again, without realizing their power. Florence called the spoken word your magic wand, not as poetic metaphor, but as deep spiritual law. Because when you speak with faith, you are programming your future. You may have unknowingly been chanting destruction spells every day, but the miracle is you can begin speaking words of salvation right now. Picture your world as a garden. Every word is a seed. Will you plant seeds of love or fear? Will you grow flowers of abundance or weeds of limitation? You get to choose, and your words are the tool. Florence didn't preach blind positivity. She taught intentional belief. Power doesn't lie in pretty phrases, but in the vibration of faith you charge them with. One woman once came to Florence with her last $2. Through affirmations and unwavering belief, she attracted $6,000 within days. It wasn't magic. It was the force of her word aligned with faith, creating a new flow. We are not lacking in luck. We are not lacking in opportunity. We are only lacking awareness of the power our words carry. And that is why this video was created, to help you awaken. To awaken to the truth that you are shaping reality with your words. You can stop the cycle of self-limiting speech today. You can begin declaring words that open doors right now. So I ask you this, if your words truly are your magic wand, what will you use them for? Join me in the next section, where we'll uncover 5 powerful truths about how your words are silently shaping your destiny, either building miracles or barriers. Your words are a wand, creating or destroying your reality. Imagine this every morning when you wake up. You're handed a wand, an invisible yet powerful tool, capable of opening doors to opportunity, healing old wounds, drawing you closer to joy. Or on the contrary, slamming those doors shut, pulling you into loops of limitation, scarcity, and repeated struggle. That wand is not somewhere far away. It is right here. It is your words. Florence Scovel Shinn didn't view words as mere communication. She saw them as a sacred creative force, a bridge between your soul and the spiritual laws of the universe. She wrote, "Man's word is his wand filled with magic and power." Every word you speak carries vibration energy and the ability to shape your reality. Take a moment to reflect on your day. What have you been saying? To yourself, to others. Phrases like, "I'm so tired," "things always go wrong for me," or "I just can't do it," may sound harmless. But they are soaking into the soil of your subconscious, taking root, and eventually bearing fruit in your lived experience. And perhaps most concerning, you don't even realize it. The issue isn't in a single offhand remark, it's in the repetition. When you say something often enough, you begin to believe it. Once you believe it, you energize it. And when you energize it, you activate the law of attraction. The universe does not judge right or wrong. It simply responds to what you repeatedly declare with both words and emotion. One woman came to Florence with just $2 in her purse. Desperate for change, she didn't receive financial advice. She received an affirmation. A vivid, faith-filled phrase spoken with trust and repetition. I have a magic purse of the spirit. Whenever money goes out, it returns multiplied, under grace in perfect ways. And within just days, she received a gift of $6,000. Not a miracle, a law in motion. A law that works whether you believe in it or not. If you live in anxiety, speak in complaints, criticize yourself or others, your words even unconsciously are sending out low frequencies. And by law, those frequencies will return in kind. Florence called this casting destructive spells. And tragically, most people do it every day without realizing. But the good news is you can change your frequency. You can start casting healing spells. Today, try words like, I am being guided to the right place, the right people, at the right time. Good things are finding me faster than I expect. I am a channel for light, peace, and abundance. When you speak them with calm focus, loving emotion, and sincere belief, your world begins to shift. Not because your words force the universe, but because they align you with the divine flow already prepared for you. If you're walking through a storm right now, do not underestimate the power of your words. They are the first bricks you lay in rebuilding your life. Write them. Place them on your wall. Say them aloud. Whisper them in your heart. Speak words that lift your soul, and be as patient as the gardener who knows. The seed always needs time to bloom. Because in the unseen realm, everything begins with a word. And now I invite you to become part of a community of souls who are choosing healing words every day. Comment below, what words will I choose today to begin rewriting my destiny? Your answer might inspire someone else. And at the same time, plant a powerful seed for your own path. In the next part, we'll explore why some people see no change, even after speaking positive words. And uncover the missing piece of belief you must hold if you want your words to truly become reality. Don't leave yet. What you're about to hear might be the final key you've been searching for. To fully transform your life, pain and failure often begin with words. Unnoticed. Have you ever wondered why the same wounds seem to repeat in your life? Why no matter how hard you try, the good things always feel just out of reach. You may be tempted to blame your past, your circumstances, or other people, but Florence Scovel Shinn would gently whisper a deeper truth. Listen to the words you've spoken. They may be the silent cause. You may be living under the influence of an invisible spell, a spell cast by none other than yourself. Repeated day after day through seemingly harmless words. These phrases don't come from malice. They come from a lack of awareness. They sound like quiet sighs of defeat. I can't ever get things right. This life just isn't meant for me. I'm always failing. These words don't disappear like smoke. They sink deep into your subconscious, become programming, and over time manifest as reality. Florence once told the story of a wealthy woman who lived in comfort and abundance. Yet every time she met with friends, she would half joke, half warn, "Watch me end up selling lottery tickets in a few years." And then, it happened. A sudden turn of events, her fortune vanished, and she had to rely on public support. Not because of fate, but because her words had sent a signal to the subconscious long enough for it to believe this is what must come next. The subconscious doesn't understand humor. It doesn't ask if you're serious or not. It only listens to the emotional frequency behind what's repeated and takes it as instruction. Many people shrink themselves, speak negatively, just to prepare for the worst. If I expect bad things, I won't be disappointed. But this defense mechanism often creates the very thing you're afraid of. The universe doesn't respond to your surface hopes. It responds to the belief you plant through your words. Negative language doesn't only shape your mind, it leaves a mark on your body. Phrases like, "I'm so tired," "My heart is shattered," "I'm going crazy," may sound expressive, but they carry vibrations that can over time lead to real illness. Florence emphasized every word carries energy. It either heals or harms. If you've been through cycles of failure, loss, or confusion, take a moment to revisit your inner dialogue. Do you often criticize yourself? Speak words laced with heaviness. Repeat unconscious spells that limit your life. Here's the good news. You can stop right now and begin healing your relationship with your own voice. Starting today, practice word awareness. Before speaking, ask yourself, what energy does this carry? Does it lift me up or pull me down? And if you slip and say something negative, don't punish yourself. Simply affirm, "I take back that old word," and replace it with a higher truth. I am loved. I am transforming. Create a list of healing keywords to use when your mind wants to fall into old patterns. Instead of, "I'm exhausted," try, "I need care and restoration." I'm so stupid. Try, "I'm learning one day at a time." Nothing ever works for me. Try, "I am opening to new doors of possibility." Because your words are the spiritual foundation of the life you're building. I invite you, the one reading this, to join a community of people who are choosing words that heal. In the comments, share, what phrase have I unconsciously spoken that has limited my life? Or what new affirmation will I choose today to nurture my life? Your answer won't just heal you. It might plant inspiration in someone else walking the same path. In the next section, we'll uncover a surprising truth. Why even positive affirmations sometimes seem to not work. What's missing? And how can you unlock the real power behind each word you speak? Keep watching. The next part may hold the missing piece that turns your words into the key that opens a brand new destiny. Words without faith are just information. They don't create miracles. Have you ever tried saying positive affirmations like, "I am wealthy, I am loved, my life is full of blessings," yet nothing seemed to change? You followed the teachings. You repeated the phrases. You even wrote them down hundreds of times every morning. But still, things felt stuck. And maybe you began to wonder, maybe the law of attraction just doesn't work for me. But Florence Scovel Shinn would gently place her hand on your heart and say, "It's not the words that are wrong. It's that you're missing faith." Words are the outer shell. Faith is the true energy that moves the unseen world. Imagine you're sending a letter to the universe. Your affirmation is the message. But faith is the stamp. Without it, the letter never gets delivered. You could say, "Good things are coming to me 100 times. But if deep down you're still filled with doubt, fear, or feelings of unworthiness, your subconscious will respond not to your words, but to the energy beneath them. Florence once wrote, "Words without faith are just information. They do not carry the power to create miracles." We can't perform for the universe. The spiritual law doesn't listen to the words on our lips. It listens to the vibration within us. You may say, "I believe," but if your heart is still clenched in fear, what you're actually radiating is doubt. And doubt is the poison of affirmation. Many people repeat affirmations mechanically, but never live from them. Florence called this words disconnected from the heart. For your words to become your wand, you must warm them with your presence. Speak them as though they are the only truth you choose to believe. Not because you've seen it, but because you've chosen to believe even before it appears. Because faith is the bridge from the invisible to the visible. Faith doesn't ask you to see results first. It simply asks you to accept that what you declare is real, even if you're standing in the opposite. It's the trust of a child, believing in her mother even when she can't see her. It's like a seed trusting in spring even while buried in the frozen soil of winter. If you're struggling with doubt, know that it doesn't make you wrong. It makes you human. But like a muscle, Faith can be trained. Every time you speak an affirmation, close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Visualize it as if it's already true. Feel it with all your senses. For example, instead of just saying, "I am living in abundance," imagine stepping into a warm, cozy home. Your favorite scent in the air. Soft music playing. And a message from your bank confirming more than enough. Let your mind live in the faith, not just hear the phrase. Faith doesn't have to shout. Sometimes simply not arguing with yourself is a major step. You don't need to yell, "I believe." You just need to stop echoing the old voices that once said, "I'm not worthy, I'm nothing," and choose not to repeat them again. Because even that silenced unit is the soil where new belief begins to grow. And now I invite you, the one reading this, to pause for a moment and share a new affirmation you will commit to practicing starting today. Write it in the comments. Repeat it for 1 week. This community is here to support you, and your single line could uplift someone else too. Say it with intention. My affirmation is, because what you write today might just be the seed of a brand new destiny tomorrow. In the next section, we'll go even deeper into a powerful truth Florence once emphasized: how to use your words to break through the invisible walls that have held your life back for years. If you've ever felt like something's blocking me, but you couldn't name it, the next part may be the key that finally unlocks your freedom. I'll see you there, because your journey of healing through words isn't over yet. And with each step you take, you're moving closer to the light. Your words can tear down the wall between you and success. Have you ever felt like you're standing in front of an invisible wall? You know you have talent. You know you have dreams, passion, and the desire to rise. But no matter how hard you try, the results remain the same. The door to success stays shut. And it feels like some unseen force, is holding you back. Florence Scovel Shinn called this the wall of limitation, a wall built by your past words and unconscious beliefs. In her book, The Secret Door to Success, she told the story of a woman who deeply longed for prosperity, yet constantly struggled financially. After observing her closely, Florence noticed a pattern. Every time this woman got close to a promising opportunity, she would quietly whisper to herself, "I'm not sure I deserve this," or "something about this doesn't feel right." And just like that, the opportunity would vanish. Not because she lacked ability, but because the small hidden words in her own mind had built a wall. Florence gave her a simple yet powerful affirmation. "The walls of lack and delay now crumble away, and I enter my promised land." The woman repeated this daily with deep conviction. And then, the impossible began to unfold. Stuck situations were resolved. Orders came in, partners appeared. Financial support arrived, one after another. You see, success isn't always hiding behind a massive mountain. Sometimes it's just on the other side of a thin wall of thinking. And your words are the key to breaking through. Many of us carry limiting spells from childhood. People like us don't go far. Don't dream too big. Even if you're good, no one cares. These echoes live inside us. And every time we approach something good, they whisper, "Turn back. Play it safe." But the truth is, there's nothing more dangerous than staying stuck. If you've ever felt you were so close to something amazing, but then watched it slip away, look back at your inner voice. What phrases are you still repeating? Could you be using your own mouth to lay another brick in that invisible wall? Starting today, use your words as a spiritual hammer and break down each old brick. Declare, "I am rising beyond all former limits. I am guided to the right door of success. I am worthy of receiving good, naturally and freely." You don't have to shout, just repeat them daily with steady faith, like tapping gently on the wall until it begins to crack. And here's the miracle. You don't need to force it to fall. It will dissolve on its own because it was never truly real. Now I invite you, the one reading these words, to name the invisible wall you've felt in your own life. Write it in the comments below. And together, we'll help you craft the affirmation to break it. Because when you name a limit, you take the first step in moving beyond it. This community is your circle of support, a place where we remind one another no wall is greater than your faith. In the next section, we'll go even deeper, into the most sacred part of Florence's teachings. How to use your words not just to change circumstances, but to reconnect with divine order, to realign your destiny with the blueprint of your soul. If you're ready to touch the deepest part of your spiritual power, join me there. Because what's coming next is the foundation for all true healing and abundance. When your words align with divine will, miracles become natural. There comes a sacred moment on the journey of healing through words, a moment when you no longer have to force yourself to believe in good things, when you no longer push to think positively, but instead, your words begin to flow naturally, like light streaming through you. That's when you're no longer just using words to shift your reality, you're reconnecting with something deeper, the divine will for your life. Florence Scovel Shinn believed that every soul enters this world with a divine design, a sacred blueprint for a life of purpose, abundance, and fulfillment. But over time, through wounds, conditioning, and societal noise, we forget that path. And instead, we begin living by a blueprint built from fear. But here's the beautiful truth. You can download your soul's design again, through the words you choose. Not every positive affirmation leads to true joy. An affirmation about money won't fulfill you if your soul is here to heal. A declaration of success won't bring peace if your heart longs for love and connection. Florence taught true success is not getting what you want, but receiving what is most whole and sacred for you. So instead of asking, "What do I want?" begin asking, "What does my soul need to live its true purpose?" And from there, choose your words like sacred notes in a holy song. Not flashy, not dramatic, but true, flowing from the deepest part of you. Words like, "I let divine will lead me. I open to the sacred plan for my life. What is meant for me cannot miss me. Each day I move closer to the light I was born to carry." When you speak not to get something, but to return to who you truly are, your words become clear, grounded, powerful. And when that energy is released, the universe does not delay in responding. What you must remember is, you don't have to fight your way into the life meant for you. Life is not a mountain to climb. It is a homecoming, a return to your truest self. And your words are the map. So I invite you, right here, right now, to write one affirmation that reflects your relationship with divine will. Not what you want to get, but what you want to become part of. Comment below, "I choose to walk with divine will through this affirmation." Let our community become a sacred space, where every shared word is a step closer to wholeness. And now, having discovered how words can heal, uplift, and realign you with your divine design, it's time to step into the final part of this journey. There you'll receive everything in one beautiful embrace and learn how to turn your words into a daily sacred ritual, so you no longer just live better. You live truer to your deepest being. Don't miss it, because the words you choose from this moment forward are the voice of your soul wrapped in sound. Returning to the power of words. Returning to yourself. By now you may have begun to feel something profound. Words are not just sounds. They are soul declarations. Every phrase you choose doesn't just shape your outer world, it shapes who you are becoming. And the most beautiful part is you get to choose, in any moment. Florence Scovel Shinn never promoted shallow positivity. She didn't encourage you to pretend to be happy. She invited you into a deeper dimension, where your words become a staff of light, helping you move through inner shadows, dissolve invisible limits, and touch the radiant, powerful self within, the one who has always known it was worthy. And if you've made it here to this moment, I believe it's not by accident. It's the quiet call of your soul, gently reminding you you don't have to live small out of fear. You can begin again with one loving, faithful word. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what do I want my words to bring into this world? What kind of seeds do I wish to plant within myself each day? What am I ready to declare? Not because I already have it, but because I have chosen to believe. You don't have to wait for a perfect day to change your life. You can say right now, I release the words that have kept me small. I accept the sacred creative power within me. I am the keeper of the wand, and I use it to bring light into this world. Let these words become the light on your path. Let them echo the rhythm of your heart. Let them be the voice of your soul, longing to return home, to a life not ruled by fear, but lived in faith, grace, and deep gratitude. And now I invite you, not just a viewer, but a fellow traveler on this journey of healing and awakening, to comment below, what sacred affirmation will I choose today to open a new life? Don't hold back. Your one sentence, just one line, may plant hope in someone else's heart. And it may also be your first signature on the new blueprint of your destiny. If this video spoke to your soul, please like it, subscribe, so we don't lose one another on this healing path. And share this message with someone who might need a gentle key to unlock the door within themselves. Because words can redeem when they are born of love. And when you speak with the light, every shadow in your life begins to fade. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue exploring ancient yet freshly awakened truths to help you become the most luminous version of yourself. You are not alone, and the light is always waiting to be spoken by you.